Oh, right, everyone. Welcome back. Today we are continuing on with Final Fantasy XVI. Allies. Oh! That update must have came through.
How are we supposed to do our duty when the hills are crawling with Akashic and the valleys are full of ether?
How indeed. My men and
There we
I
go.
lost an entire day avoiding a flood that wasn't there a fortnight ago.
Anyway. Alright.
Cole said it was an army of Akashic. What will happen to me?
So, an update came out that allows us to change our character's appearance. Let's see. Appearances, Clive and party members. Make that a bit better. I do like the icy blue. We can change the appearances of our weapon. Hold on.
If it's knowledge,
There's supposed to be some paid DLC coming out for 16 as well. But the next patch for Final Fantasy 14 will be divided in two. Which is interesting because it's patch 6.5. And the release date is for the next expansion is sometime in June, so that seems like seems very close. But anyway. But that's neither here nor there. So we're going to... So we're gonna head down here to, Titan's Wake. Where's the sickle? Here it is. So we're gonna head down here and take care of this hunt, before we continue on. Let's see. Okay, we only have one ability point available to us. Oh! Sorry. Little. Alright, so... Okay.
faster.
Anyway. When the next patch drops, it'll be on a Tuesday, so we'll be a tiny bit behind of where everyone else is. But we'll have a better chance of being able to get in and not have to wait forever. But I'll start streaming that and probably streaming the other patches in
No mistakes.
for 14 as well. Just because I'm really excited for the for the oops. I'm really excited for the next expansion because we're finally getting a new caster. And again, it's another expansion and it's a whole new story that we get to start. Which is gonna be massively exciting.
This one. Get him. Nice try.
So that I can't wait for.
Let's go.
And when it finally becomes available to pre-order, I'm gonna get it as early as possible to see if we can get the early access. Like they did with Endwalker. That can also kind of go... Alright, here we are. I also can kind of go a little bad as well, because the
Take a while.
the last, when they did the early release for Endwalker,
You deserve a rest.
it was very much a
Nice try.
there was a lot of people trying to get on, and it created a fair amount of problems. So, of course, if I had to do something... Alright, give me 1 second. I have to... Don't know why it keeps doing that. Really? As soon as I do that... Come on. Alright. That's just... becoming annoying. Really?
Nice try. Nice try. Too slow. Over here.
I swear, I have no idea what the heck is going on with this thing. Because it's literally... Every single time I get this thing back, it's coming... What the actual heck? You're starting to really massively annoy me. Hello?
Well done, Torgal.
Swear.
Nice try. Get him. Too slow.
Jeez. Never used to have that issue.
Come on.
Now it seems that's becoming way too common.
Faster. All right.
Okay.
Time to fight.
Alright. We're down here. Swear. Anyway. Aside from all that weirdness, the first few days of streaming 14 is probably going to be, or at least when the new expansion comes out, are probably going to be a little boring, because I'm going to be power leveling the new jobs to... Let's see, there you are. I'm going to be power leveling, cannot speak English, the new jobs, so we can use them for the new expansion.
That's like no chocobo I've ever seen. Something tells me it won't be easily broken. Too slow. Over here. Nice try.
But anyway. Let's just blast this puppy.
Over here. Nice try. Attack. This one. Too slow. Nice try.
Huh. That was a bit rough. Combat feather.
Poor beast. There was nothing I could do.
That is unfortunate. And we still have our Mega Flare just raining down. But anyway. Got that taken care of, so let's head back to the hideaway. We also have some side quests. Alright. Anyway. The first few times that we stream the new expansion, it is going to be a little boring, because it is going to be power leveling. I'll probably stream the first day of getting things in and going.
How are we supposed to do our duty when the hills are
Getting the new jobs and get them into
Your benefactors are a generous
some
lot.
dungeons.
All yours. Best of luck out there, Sid.
Alright, Talisman of Priming. But increases line hartonic duration. 30 seconds. Okay. I'll be taking care of all this. Got a letter. Like I said, we're gonna do the first few. We're gonna do some dungeons initially for power leveling.
If it's
So we can use them for the new expansion, the new jobs. And just to kind of show off how they'll play. Alright, we got some... So let's go to Martha's Rest. Side quest. And, I'll spend probably the remainder of the time off stream, leveling and everything. Just so we can get to the new expansion as quickly as possible.
Clive, just the man I was hoping to see.
Oh? And why is that?
You remember how some of Sir Wade's guardians took up residence here after the Akashic attacked? Well, now the rest have come to join him. Seems their barracks in the Lazarus have been lost to an ether flood. Now, I don't mind having a few more brave boys around to keep them animals at bay. I ain't daft after all. But we ain't got nowhere for 'em to bed down. Poor buggers are having to make do with haylofts and chocobo pens. I'd build 'em a new barracks here if I could. But where would I put 'em? There just ain't enough room up here on the rock. Which leaves us in a bit of a pickle. The people we're counting on to keep us safe are living like beggars.
I see.
And it isn't just that lot. There's bears to think about too. There's been more and more of them turning up lately, coming from all over looking for safe haven. But there's only so many we can shelter with the room we've got. We can't keep cramming more and more people into less and less space. What we need is a new home for our new arrivals. And that's what I was hoping you might help me with. If it ain't too much of a burden, of course.
It's no burden.
Thank you,
But,
Clive.
So, where were you thinking of making this new home?
But once we,
Well,
hopefully it
I
won't
reckon we
take us
could
too
do
long.
A lot worse than Eastpool.
Eastpool. It's been a long time since I thought about that place.
It was a tragedy, what happened. And if any of us could have done anything to stop it, we would have. But what's done is done. And those who lived there wouldn't have wanted the village they loved to be left in ruins.
But we'll,
I suppose you're right.
The blight might be
hopefully it won't take
but I reckon it's
too
got
long to
good
get those
years
jobs
left in it
leveled.
yet.
and then we can
There's
just,
just one problem. A band of cutthroats have made it their den.
we can, use
They
it,
don't seem like they'll be moving on
use
in a
the new
hurry.
jobs for the new expansion,
Bastards they
and
are
then
too. I've lost some
play
good
through
men
that.
with their raids.
and
Would have sent
begin
someone to clear
the
him out
next
sooner
great
if my
saga
boys didn't already have their hands
in
full
14.
fending off the Akashic. But now we've got a few more Guardians of the Flame to call on. I reckon it's time we made our move. What do you say? Fancy leading a raiding party?
I do. Eastpool was once home to people I loved. I won't have bandits sully those memories. I'll gladly drive them out of there.
And I know the men will gladly follow you. I've already shared a few thoughts with Sir Wade about how we might be able to win the place back. And I dare say he's got some ideas of his own too. Why don't you go and talk to him?
Of course. All right, Sir Wade.
But
Let's hear your plan.
as far as we know, just from the trailer, it looks like we're gonna get something that may be pirate related for one of the jobs. And I mean, the lead developer teases
Sir
them,
Wade, it's good to see
anyway.
you well.
just very
And you,
vague
Lord
teasers.
Horsfield. I spoke with Martha.
One of the
She
prevailing
tells me you have plans to free Eastpool.
one of the
Make it
prevailing
your own.
theories
That's
on
right. Though it was mostly her idea.
what the
I
next
rather fear my
caster
men have been
job
treading on her
is going to
toes
be
somewhat since joining us, not to
is
mention each other's.
a pictomancer.
And then there are the
So
bearers,
a
men and
mage that
women who found the
uses
courage to flee
art
their masters and
in
sought
order to
refuge here.
as a
We need
medium for their
somewhere to settle them,
spellcasting.
And I can think of worse places than Eastpool.
As can I. Which is why I agreed to help you win it back.
And it seems
That's very
very
kind of
likely,
I'd
but
be most grateful if you
again,
would.
it's all really
With you
just
beside us,
speculation.
We shall soon send that rabble of rogues running for the hills.
But we'll find out
So,
in January
what can you tell
when
me?
the
That
Japanese
thankfully
fan
there aren't
fest
too many of them.
occurs.
Fewer than a dozen
That
per
way,
last count.
because they'll release the
Rather
drop
less,
trailers.
thankfully. The road that
We'll
leads there
get
will
to know
more than likely still be
specifically
holding
what
the
it is,
Akashic.
what they are,
A small force
and all
will
that
suffice
stuff.
to clear the village.
And then
If the
all it
Akashic
is
were to follow them
is
in,
just
that force could end
a
up
matter of
trapped between
recourse
a
to
rock
wait
and a very hard place
until the
indeed.
release date.
I'll head
And
into
hopefully-
Eastpool and deal with the bandits.
Hopefully
You
the
Guardians can stay outside the village and fend off any Akashic who come too close. Make sure I'm not taken unawares.
hopefully
I
they're
can't ask you to bear all that risk
it won't be
yourself,
too
my
much
lord.
longer
The
before we
Akashic are the
can
bigger risk. I can handle a few
pre-order
bandits.
the
Well,
expansion.
If you're sure, I shall summon my men at once.
Shall I wait for you here?
No need, my lord. You go on ahead. We'll be with you before long.
All right. I'll meet you at Eastpool then.
We shall see you there. And may victory await our coming.
Alright. Eastpool. Good thing we can just travel via obelisk.
You think you can just walk in here? Philip!
You will leave Eastpool now, or face the consequences. Let's try. That's the end of that then. Well, maybe
Hello.
not. What's that thing doing here? Doesn't matter. It goes too. Get him! Slow.
That was pretty easy.
Any more surprises? I'll take that as a no.
Bravo. A magnificent display, my lord.
You were watching? I thought you were keeping an eye out for a Kashik.
We were. Put down more than a few on the road, then arrived just in time to see you slay that... whatever it was.
Let's hope it was the last of its kind. Though I expect you and the Guardians will be up to the challenge should another appear.
I would hope so, my lord.
Your men will be bringing the bearers who'll be living here, I assume. It might be best to send word for them to come right away, before any other unsavory characters move in.
Of course. I'll send orders for them to depart immediately. Leave it with me, my lord.
Home. Without masters.
No. We're the masters now. Our lives are our own at last.
That's all of them. And not a single Akashek in sight. Now to begin the important work of rebuilding the place. It won't be easy. Especially not after 5 years of beasts and blackguards having their wicked way with the place. The masonry might still be sturdy enough, but half the beams are rotted. Those that weren't lost in the fire or burned by the bandits, that is. It'll take a bit of elbow grease, but we'll see Eastpool rise again. Just you wait.
So wait. Lady Hannah is buried here. If you don't mind, I'd like Oscar to join the rebuilding efforts. He should be a part of this.
Of course. I couldn't agree more.
I'll let Martha know that everyone arrived safely. If you need anything more, you have only to send a Stolas.
And we will, my lord. Safe travels.
Eastpool is in safe hands.
Right. And we head back over here. Let's check out the shop first. Because I think it's just... everything that's normal.
How do? Thanks very much. There you go. I wanted one of those. A fair trade. I wanted one of those.
Alright.
Ah, there you are. All went well then. Sir Wade told me you got rid of the bandits while his lot kept an eye out. Nicely done. And what's all this about some shape-shifting nightmare showing up? On second thoughts, don't tell me. It'll only give me nightmares of me own. What matters is you did it, and now we can build our new village.
I suppose it will be. What will you call it?
What else? Eastpool. Sir Wade said it best. There's plenty bad happened to that place, but that don't undo the good that happened there. No need to throw the baby out with the bathwater.
Did Wade say that?
Well, something along those lines. Anyway, the poor souls might have made it to Eastpool, but their work ain't done yet. So the way I see it, neither is mine. If it's food or lumber or strong backs they need, the rest is ready to provide it.
Thank you, Martha.
No, thank you. You didn't have to help us.
I wanted to.
Alright. One down. And 2 to go. Lost Wing.
I'll be taking you all to a storehouse in the Bales. Leave anything you don't need.
You know what you have to do. Clive, I fear that I must bid you farewell. As you know, our time grows short. The Lord Chief Justice's vultures are circling. We must strike now. Before we part, I want you to know that, though I may not always have been your most vocal ally, I trust you, as I trusted your predecessor.
Thank you. I appreciate the sentiment, and I understand more than anyone how you feel. But is revenge really the answer?
It is the one I found, and it is all that I have lived for since that day.
But what of Lostwing? Everything you've built.
I built Lostwing to achieve this aim. Once it is done, the village will have served its purpose. My comrades and I are sure of our cause, and we shall fight to the last, come what may. But there are those among us who cannot fight. Children, the elderly, bearers afflicted by the curse. I would place Lostwing in their hands, if I thought it would do them any good. But a village home only to the frail and the infirm is not likely to stay a safe haven for long. And so, Clive, I find myself turning to you once more. Will you take them to your hideaway, that they might live even should Lostwing die?
I will.
Thank you. I will not have it said that I did not see to the well-being of those who rallied to my cause. The people I speak of have withdrawn to Gotan's Bales, away from danger in case the Black Shields strike.
Understood. I'll make sure they get to the hideaway safely.
Then the last of my preparations are complete. Fare you well, Clive. And may Griga guide us. All of us.
To Gotan's Bales then, and quickly, before anyone else finds them.
Would have been much easier if he just asked us to come and help with his little scheme, because we would definitely be able to do more than anything else. But oh well.
Everyone, Quinton has asked that you come with me. He can no longer guarantee your protection, but I can. There's a safe place I can take you to.
Well, if that's what the Master thinks best. Sid, none of us would be standing here today if it weren't for Master Quinton. We owe him our lives. So we ain't about to start telling him what he should do with his. If he's saying we ain't safe in Lostwing no more, it's 'cause he ain't coming back. And if that's what has to happen, then so be it. I only hope he can see this through to the end. That we get to see justice done.
I hope so too.
Oi! You lot! Where's everyone else? They ain't already left, have they?
They've gone with Master Quinton.
Fuck! Fuck! Fuck!
What's wrong?
I've just come from the Justice's manor. We have to get Quentin to call off the attack. It ain't just the Black Shields protecting the place. He's got a guard dog and all. A fucking monster. They don't stand a chance against that thing. If I don't get the message to them, they're all gonna fucking die.
No. We can't let this happen. Sid! Don't worry about us. You've got to catch up with him. We can't let Quentin die before that bastard does.
All right. I'll do what I can. Where is this manor?
It's way over to the east, through the woods. Heaven Hall, he calls it.
Promise us, Sid. Promise us you'll do what you can.
Alright, so we actually do get to fight this time. Da-da-da. Go through the Dragon's Airy. Is this guy?
Be safe.
I don't think we've ever... Definitely haven't dealt with this before. Alright.
All right. Damn it. Don't tell me I'm too late. Straight home now. Quentin, are you all right?
No. But I am alive. Which is more than I can say for my comrades. They followed me without question all the way here. And they died. From nothing.
This must be the guard dog. Quentin. I'll hold it off. You go.
But
your comrades didn't die for nothing. They died for you. Don't let their sacrifice be in vain.
I won't.
Come on, then. You're no guard dog. It's a rabid beast that needs to be put down. Let's try.
That was the shortest.
If only we'd arrived earlier. Is it over?
It is. He wept and begged for mercy. And I cut him from ear to ear. Just as I dreamed of doing all these years. All my plans. Building a haven in Lostwing. Freeing bearers from their chains and recruiting them to my cause. It was all for this. But what is this? Justice? My faithful comrades. All those lives lost. So that I might take another.
Quentin.
Master Quentin! Oh, thank Grieger you're safe.
You? You're alive?
And so are you. I'm so sorry. I tried to warn you about that thing. And I hate to say it, but there's more bad news. It's Lostwing. It's been flooded.
What? Lostwing. My Lostwing.
And look who's here.
They must have stolen in after we left, just before the flood struck. What if there are still people in there?
Don't be a fool! Damn it. Quentin's not going to last long in there. We need to make this quick. Quentin! Hold on. Gonna get you out of here! All yours, Torgal! Titan!
Whew.
I need to get back to Quentin. Quentin! Quentin! Look at me! Thank the Founder. He hasn't turned. I'm going to get you out of here. Welcome back to the land of the living.
Is Lostwing?
The flood has filled the valley.
I see. Then all is at an end. A strange way to achieve one's life's ambition.
No, Master Quentin. Save your strength.
Why? All that I strove for is gone. Only emptiness remains. I have nothing left to live for.
What the heck are you on about? You've got us, ain't you? Don't try telling me you only freed us so you could get revenge. We're more than that to you, and we all know it.
I thought you weren't coming back. But I prayed, and you did. There's got to be a reason for that, right? Can't we just go back to how it was? You know, you looking after us all.
Your work ain't over yet, Master Quentin. We believed that you were the right man to lead us, and we still do.
Your village may be lost, but it seems your people aren't. So long as you remain to guide them.
But why? After what why would anyone follow me?
'Cause we're family, aren't we?
Family?
Yeah, and all our comrades who went with you, they felt the same. Lostwing weren't just a village. It was all of us.
It was. And as long as we're still here, it is too.
We can start again. Build a new Lostwing, right here in the Bales.
A fresh start. One life ends, and another begins. Why just a village? We could build towns. A nation, even. What's to stop us?
That's the Master Quentin we know.
Please. I am nobody's master. Quentin will suffice. After all, we are family. Permit me to withdraw my request. I will no longer be needing your help in looking after my people.
I'll pretend you never asked.
But you must be rewarded for your efforts on our behalf. You saved my life twice over. And more besides.
A bottle or two of your finest red will suffice.
Of course. Nothing but the best.
That we were directly responsible for. Alright. Now the last. At least the last available for now.
If we're going to do this, we'll need help.
Clive, your timing is impeccable. It just so happens that right at this very moment, We're in need of someone with your talents.
And what talents would those be?
Why, your fearlessness, and your skill with a blade.
I'm listening.
Well, as I'm sure you're aware, when these dark skies swept over the Republic, so too did a wave of chaos and confusion. Randalar has been particularly badly affected. Many of the capital's bearers have lost their masters, or taken the opportunity to flee them. None remain free for long, of course. Most find themselves under the protection of the Fist before they get far. But the army too is in disarray, and finds itself unable to provide for its new charges. Which means it has been looking to sell.
And you've been looking to buy, to make sure these masterless bearers remain that way.
Precisely. It's the perfect opportunity to free dozens more, and for an attractive price, no less.
So where does my skill with a blade come in?
Though we may have the funds to buy these bearers, we have nowhere to house them. So we've been searching for a place where they can be resettled. Somewhere far from the prying eyes of those who would see them enslaved once more. And we believe we have found one. Cashlock. A small hamlet.
How could I refuse?
Excellent. Theo, if you wouldn't mind making arrangements for the transportation of our guests, as we discussed.
Of course. Leave everything with me.
Sounds like you'll have your work cut out for you.
I will. We have an entire village to stock and furnish. Residents and all. Even if I begin right now, I'll be working day and night. So I'd better get started. Try to clear the place out before the wagons roll in, won't you?
I'll do my best.
You will find a village in Chairdras Thread, past Leitney's Cleft. My man there will open the gate for you.
All right. Wish me luck.
I'm sure you won't need it.
All right. Luckily for us, it's not too far. Nice little village. Alright. Leads us to Traverse Deep. Most likely where we're gonna have a hunt location. Alright. I got this little area. Here's another one of these stones.
This one's awake.
chronoliths. Similar to area stones that are hidden within the virtual battlefield, access to Clive alone. Time travel in which you must continue equipped only with the feat and abilities of a single icon. Okay.
Let's see what's inside.
Must defeat all enemies before time runs out. Gives you only predetermined feat and abilities. Buying time. Time can be extended by performing certain battle techniques specified before the start of each trial phase.
Too slow. Nice try.
Alright, that wasn't really too difficult. Stage 1. Yes. I mean, we're doing pretty good for being a time trial. I have a feeling the final fight's going to be what's going to be the big one. Alright. Alright, I wonder if any of these actually are. Okay, the actual... probably... I mean, at least a good half hour. Alright, here we go, guys. Challenge. Final stage, yep. There we go. Okay. I got an accessory from that. New level. Final trial. To the hideaways area at Stone. Okay.
This won't be easy. Get him!
Alright. Wait, really? Oh, it's on the other side. That's interesting. Oh. I see. We have to move ourselves far enough away. There we go.
Let's go.
Steel silk. Oh, this takes us around to there. Okay, nothing too big and too big a report then. So let's head back. I don't think I've actually dealt with these guys before, so we're going to go ahead. Alright. Let's get back on track.
Straight home now. This must have been a nice place once, and it will be again. Let's try. This one.
Alright, there we go.
That's all of them. Our toggle. Let's head back to Boklad. Not here.
Well, that was certainly quick. Alright, so that's gonna lead us. That's gonna be an obvious hunt location. Can't have a place that ends in a dead end that looks like an arena. Not be a place to do that.
Something the matter, Theodore? Quiet.
Those are our terms. I trust that you will give them your full consideration.
I shall. Thank you.
Him again.
Someone you know?
Yes. And, no. But enough about him. How did you fare down in Cashlock?
It's done. The village is safe now.
You made quick work of it, as always.
I should go and let Eloise know.
Don't let me keep you. But Clive, don't tell her I was watching her, will you? She'll only get upset. I'll explain everything once you've finished with your report.
All right. We'll speak then. Eloise, I just got back from Cashlock. The village should be safe now.
Thank you, Clive. Here, something for your trouble. Well then, now that you have laid the groundwork for our little project, I suppose we'd better finish the job. The first thing we'll need to do is make sure our offer for the bearers is accepted.
You're still in negotiations?
We are. A trusted colleague has been dealing with the Fist on our behalf, but things have been trickier than we anticipated. I suppose it's to be expected. This is the army we're dealing with. Fighting's what they do. But we shall emerge victorious in the end.
Well, if you need any help, you know where to find me.
I'm not sure I do. But thank you, all the same.
Ah, Clive.
You wanted to talk?
The man I was watching earlier, the one speaking to my sister. He represents the Silver Peak Consortium. It's one of the bigger trading houses.
I don't think I've heard of them.
Well, every trader in Dharmekia has. They operate across the length and breadth of the Republic. And they're still expanding. They've been trying to get Eloise to join their ranks for some time now. And judging by her reaction earlier, I'd say she had half a mind to accept their latest offer.
And you'd rather she didn't?
I would rather she did what makes her happy. And I would never deny her such an opportunity. Eloise saved me from slavery. And we have striven to save others like me ever since. But this was not the life my sister wanted, nor the one she deserves. I won't let her give up on her dreams again for my sake. She freed me from my bonds, and she must be freed from hers in turn.
You're a good man, Theo.
I have always been grateful for what my sister did for me, and I want to repay the favor by letting her live her own life. But each time an opportunity to do just that arises, she turns it down. For my sake.
She loves you.
And I love her. Which is why I want this time to be different. To show her that I don't need to be watched over anymore. Though I'm sure I'll still need some help from time to time. I trust that I can count on you.
Always.
Thank you, Clive. Well then, I had better get back to work. These bearers aren't going to move themselves. That's a job for the Crimson Caravans.
Alright. All that taken care of. Now, back to the hideaways so we can finally continue on.
If it's knowledge you seek, we've...
Let's see. Alright, so there's that. There's 6 of these. Or... there's definitely a number of them that are scattered around. It's just finding them that's going to be the problem. Because let's see, there's one there as well. I already did that one. Sounds like it's starting to rain. Alright. And we got another hunt. to do, or that's available to us. Yay. Let's see what this is.
How are we supposed to do our duty when the hills are crawling with it?
The Man in Black, Lost Wing, and Sinbrick. Looks like it's down there. So we just check. Huh. It's definitely gotta be the place. Yep.
Bring out the bearers! Let me and my mortar purge them of their sin!
There we go.
Your work here is done.
Alright. Now, let's get ourselves back onto the main story.
Cole said it was an army of Akashi.
How are we supposed to do our duty when the hills are crawling with Akashi? How indeed.
How may I help you today, Clive?
All right. Almost there. Only 45 more.
Clive?
Oh no, 35.
Where the hell
35.
is everyone else? Don't tell me. They're all right. But it's a long story. You lot don't do things by halves, do you? Well, at least everyone's still breathing. Now, as for these writings, I'm sorry to say, Clive, but if you had those, you'd be... sitting under a pile of rubble, I know. But we were able to save a few bits and pieces from the ruins, most of which ended up being used to build this place. The more personal items we gave to the next of kin. In the case of Sid's things, that would have been mid. Then I'll check the workshop.
Alright.
If Amber and the Lazarus are gone, do you think Mid's ship will ever sail? This looks like it's from Sid's old diary. But you'll already have read it. I'd better keep looking. What do we have here? Oh. Sid's pipes. Something tells me Mid won't be needing these. I remember seeing this doll in Sid's cellar. I wonder if it was Mid's. Huh. What's this tucked inside it? Sid's best invention. That sounds promising. So Sid hid something in Mid's first opus. What would that be? Perhaps Otto might know.
Right.
Well, did you find anything? Possibly. You wouldn't happen to know what Mid's first opus was? Opus? That girl's as tone deaf as a banshee. Unless you mean the orchestrion. She couldn't have been more than, what, 11, 12 when she cobbled that thing together? It surprised us all. Not least her dad. You should have seen how proud he was of the little scamp.
What's that battered old box have to do with anything?
I think Sid may have hidden something inside it.
Wouldn't surprise me. Those two and their bloody treasure hunts. Half the things in the hideaway were hidden one time or another.
How are we supposed to do our duty when the hills are crying?
I didn't break it. Well, I didn't break it.
What didn't you break?
Nothing. We didn't break nothing. We definitely didn't break the orchestrion.
What's wrong with it?
It's broken. Except when it isn't. See?
And you had nothing to do with this?
Nope, nothing. We just wanted to listen to all the songs at once. So we pressed all the buttons. Like this. See?
All too well. All right, out of the way. Something caught on one of the gears.
Did you break it? Can you fix it?
No, I mean, yes. There. How about now?
You fixed it! Sid fixed it! He more than fixed it! Yeah, new music!
Huh. Never heard this one before.
They started playing when I removed this. Whatever it is.
Well, don't look at me. I can tell you it's important, though. Sid showed it to me once and said as much. Said it was the stuff dreams were made of. Let's just hope it's the stuff ships are made of as well.
Indeed. Let's see if we can make some dreams come true.
Alrighty.
Just the two I was looking for.
Aye. Lose a patient?
Actually, yes. The Crown Prince just left.
Dion left?
Unless you've another word for stood up and walked off. Yes, left. He did have the decency to leave a message with Obelisk before commandeering one of his dinghies. Should we go after him?
No. We're not the Prince's keepers. He's free to do as he sees fit.
I'd rather he did so in bed. His wounds are nowhere near healed. Much like yours, I suspect. Otto told me what happened in Canver. What is it with this realm's princes and their aversion to rest?
Ask me when I get back. Though I may be sometime.
Then at least try to stay safe.
And if that fails, try to stay alive, eh?
Every moment I waste here, the further the flagship sails. I have to get back.
Alright. more side quests. And that. So we'll take care of these before we get involved in that. Alright, let's see. What do I want to upgrade? If I can. Let's see, this be... this... satellite... breath... I've yet to upgrade any of the... Gambit, Gouge. Let's just go ahead and put some stuff into Gouge. Alright, so we'll have another thing for the blacksmith. We'll take care of that. These plus icons. The quest most likely give us something.
Alright, Clive. Blackthorn told me you helped him out again. Tough for that. Speaking of which, I'm actually a bit,
worried about him. And you want my advice?
afraid so. It's a bit of a funny one, this, but I saved this posh knob while I was out on a mission, and he gave me this flashy ring to say thank you. So, obviously, I show it to Blackthorn, thinking he'll be impressed, only for him to go white as a sheet and quiet as a curl instead. Try as I might, I can't for the life of me work out what could have got him upset like that. And seeing as how Blackthorn opens up when you're around, I thought maybe...
Probably gonna have to grab something more to eat. Something to eat. Because I'm starting to get a little...
There's no point leaving him to stew.
I'm hungry.
Cheers, Clive.
I'll be sure to pay him a visit as soon as I have a moment.
All right, I'll meet you by the forge then. You come along when you're ready.
Alright, let's just grab everything and be ready to go.
Glory to Griga. There you are. And not a moment too soon.
What's happened?
Taya's busy working herself into an early grave. Since the arrival of her latest patient, she's refused to stop, even for a moment. I've tried offering to see to him in her stead, but she won't hear of it. Clive, she hasn't left the infirmary in days. She's pushing herself too hard. And if she doesn't rest soon, will you talk to her? Order her to her chambers if that's what it takes. Because if she keeps this up, I fear the hideaway will be without its best physica before too long.
I know better than to order Taya to do anything. But I'll speak to her.
Oh, thank you. I pray you have better luck than I did.
Well, Taya, Rodriguez worried about you. And if what he says is true, then so am I. We all admire your dedication, but you do need to rest.
I will, when it's time. Until then, I'm staying put. We owe him that much.
Who is he?
Someone from my past. Someone who doesn't deserve to die alone. It won't be much longer. The crystal's curse has almost finished its work. If I had the tears, I could ease his passing. But without them, we've nothing that will touch the agony of those last few hours.
How would tears help this man?
Not my tears. Tears of mercy. Alicia, it's the only thing strong enough.
You wouldn't, Taya. Surely. There must be something we can do for him.
Sometimes an easy death is the greatest kindness we can offer. You do well to remember that, Rodrigue.
I will. We have all the ingredients we need for Alicia Balwam. It needs to be fresh, though, so we rarely have much to hand. I can make the draft if you can bring me what we're missing.
Just tell me what you need.
There is a species of venom-weeping spider that lives in the forests of Norvent, near Lorbert's Pass. Bring me one of their eyes. Preserve it as best you can, but avoid contact with the tears. I'll make sure the other ingredients are ready before you return.
Thank you, Clive. I won't forget this.
Alright.
If Amber and the Lazarus are gone.
Miss Shirley, how can we learn to be
Sid! Heard you were in Canberra fetching young men.
Alright. Let's get down here.
Sid, do you recall the flowers I had you bring back to the yard?
Vaguely. Is something wrong?
I'm afraid so. I was able to get most of the Morganbeards to take root, but they rarely flower. I fear the soil here does not agree with them. However, I believe I have a solution.
I can't wait to hear it.
I'm going to marry the Morganbeards with Morbles. I know. But hear me out. Morbles are possessed of a highly choleric temperament. The fire which drives them appears to be maintained by an abundance of nutrient-rich ether drawn from their environs. I believe that by grafting a Morble vine to a Morganbeard, the appendage's wealth of vigor-inducing nutrients might well stimulate the flower to bloom. The endeavor, I assure you, is scientifically sound. I simply need a vine to prove the theory.
And all you need is a single vine from an ordinary Morble.
That is correct. A single vine. As for the Morble, I fear ordinary may not suffice. But, as luck would have it, a most extraordinary specimen is rumored to haunt the swamps of Rosaria. Why, a notice concerning this very creature was only recently posted on the hunt board.
How timely.
Well, I shan't keep you any longer. I know you have much to do, as do I. Now, where did I put my watering can?
Alright. I mean, he's not wrong. Morbles are pretty hardy creatures. For being disturbingly sentient plants that are very much tentacle-like monsters.
He's a surly soaker.
Bloody hell, Clive. Not this again. Oh, ain't you got better things to do with your time?
That remains to be seen. August tells me he showed you a ring, and that the sight of it clearly upset you. Would you mind telling us why?
Come on, mate. Bottling it up ain't gonna help no one. If it weren't the ring, and it was something I said, then I'm sorry.
It was the ring, right? It brought back some unhappy memories, that's all. Memories better left forgotten.
Memories of what?
There are things we'd all rather leave behind, Blackthorn. But sometimes it helps to talk about them. and sometimes it doesn't. Is that so hard to understand?
Don't be like that.
Fine. If it'll get you off my back. That ring he flashed was the work of Zoltan. We apprenticed together back in the day. You've never mentioned him before. Why would I? Ain't seen him in decades, and the last time I did, we almost came to blows. The ring brought it all back. I could tell it was one of his the moment I saw it. Bastard's improved, though. More than I thought possible. That thing's a work of art.
So it was a nice ring. Worth a few gil, maybe. What's it matter to you?
It matters because engraving metal's a nightmare, and I've got no bloody idea how he managed it. The fact is, I couldn't make anything even half that detailed. So what? You're an armorer, not a jeweler. I'm the Idaway's master craftsman. I'm not stealing a living at some backwater village forge. My armor keeps you lot safe, and my swords keep you dangerous. As far as I'm concerned, every swing of my hammer's another blow struck in the name of our cause. So I put my heart and soul into my work. Because the curse breakers deserve better than second best. And I refuse to be shown up by the likes of Zoltan. Very well. Why don't we go and pay him a visit? Learn his secret. I doubt he'd be too happy to see me. Then just this once. Make peace with being second best. Swallow your pride and focus all your energies on the task at hand. Keeping the curse breakers armed and armored. Provided you can do that, you'll hear no complaints from me. But if you can't, and it's going to distract you, we need to do something about it.
What'd you say, Blackthorn? You know he's right. And it's not like you'll be going alone.
All right.
Magic. So, where do you reckon old what's-his-name is then? Zoltan, was it?
In Dravozd, my old village. He won't have left. He's the chief.
Dravozd, eh? That rings a bell. Not far from Tabor, right? Just north of the fields of Carava. Got that, Clive? Meet us at Dravozd as soon as you can, yeah? And I'll make sure Blackthorn don't get cold feet.
Good luck with that. I'll see you there.
And here we're able to go right there because we had unlocked that obelisk earlier. Perfect.
Kicked out already?
No. This charmer ain't letting anyone through.
Why are the gates closed?
Chief's orders. No one's allowed in without his say-so. Not that I'd have let you in anyway. You look like trouble. I suggest you go home.
That's what I'm trying to do, you little prick. Ain't changed a bit, have you, Snotty?
No. It isn't. Blackthorn.
Long time no see, eh?
What the hell are you doing here?
Well, it was meant to be a surprise, but since you are so nicely, I'm here to see Zoltan, you fucking numbskull. Now let us through.
All right. Just don't go starting anything with the chief.
Yeah, I promise I won't throw the first punch. That good enough for you?
Go on then.
Much obliged.
So this is Dravozd. Not much going on, is there?
It's a smithing town. When I was a lad, you'd have to shout to be heard over the sound of hammer on anvil. Clive, you're good with people. You speak to Zoltan.
Hey, you ain't backing out now, are you?
There's a river of bad blood between me and the chief.
But if someone can build me a bridge, then I'll cross it.
All right. I'll see what I can do.
I appreciate it. It'll be near the forge on the hill. It was our master's. He'd have inherited it when I left.
The forge on the hill?
Good luck. You'll be needing it.
But if we can't fire the forges, how are we going to earn our keep?
Mama?
Hotter! Hotter, damn it! Those miserable flames wouldn't melt butter, let alone iron.
Pardon the intrusion. I'm looking for the chief.
That'd be me.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
I'll bet it is. Keep the gates closed, I tell him. Well done, Snotty. You're not welcome here. Get out. Before things turn nasty.
Blackthorn's here.
What did you say?
He's traveled a long way to see you.
Yes, has he?
He's waiting. Down by the gates.
Then I suggest you take him with you when you leave.
Didn't you apprentice together?
So what if we did?
Fuck! We're getting nowhere. These bearers' flames are next to bloody useless.
We're never going to be able to fire up the forges unless we can find some new crystals.
I'm a busy man, as you can see, so do me a favor and piss off. Oh, and if you're struggling to find your way out, ask Blackthorn. That prick knows exactly where the exit is. He's not wanted here. And neither are you.
All right. I'm going.
Please, Chief, you've got to do something. If this keeps up, we'll be ruined.
But if we can't fire the forges, how are we going to earn our keep?
Let me guess. Zoltan told you to piss off.
As a personal favor to him, yes.
Well, at least he didn't beat about the bush.
There'll be no talking him round. Not after what I did.
Which is what exactly? If we're to help, we need to know. What turned the village against you?
I left. Dravozd. Zoltan. The burden of leadership our dying master dropped in our laps. All of it. There are two kinds of smiths in this world, you see. My kind, who are in it for the love of the craft, who labour on a single piece from dawn to dusk to get it just right. And the other kind, who are in it for different reasons. People like Zoltan, whose work is quick and cheap. The kind of smiths who shit out a few hundred blades, reap the profit, and divvy it out among themselves. There wasn't a single day we weren't at each other's throats. And bit by bit, people started taking sides. You would have torn Dravozd in half had it gone on. So, I left.
You didn't have to do that.
Zoltan's a better chief than I would have been. His way of doing things kept food on people's tables. Dravozd prospered without me and my lofty ideals getting in the road. Until the crystals run out at any rate. Without magic to fire the furnaces, this place is as good as dead.
It depends on how you look at it, though. There's got to be other ways of making fire. We manage it in the Deadlands.
Thanks to Sid's ingenuity, yeah. He saw all of this coming. Knew crystals were the problem, not the solution. And spent years coming up with ways of doing without.
You know what I mean, though, right? Where there's a will, there's a way. What I'm trying to say is that it's not your fault. You couldn't have predicted this.
It doesn't matter whose fault it is. I don't want to be the greatest smith alive just because I happen to be the last. Clive. Dravozd won't last long without its furnaces. So, do you think it's time we shared Sid's bellows with the world? The way I see it, It's your decision to make.
Hold on, Blackthorn. Sid made those things for us. They give us an edge over the rest. And you'd be throwing it away.
All right. Do it. This place was your home. I won't abandon it to its fate. Sid's creations were never meant to be hoarded. It was only ever a matter of time before we shared them. Let this be another step on the road to freeing Valisthea from the prison of the Crystal's blessing. Dravost will show the world that it's possible. Wouldn't you agree, August?
When you put it that way, of course. It's like hearing Sid speak from beyond the grave.
Thank you, Clive.
Shall I go and fetch the plans then?
I know I'm off by heart. I'll be needing some help though. Building a furnace isn't exactly a one-man job. Do us a favour and round up anyone strong enough to lug a brick or two, would you, August?
All right then.
And I've got a job for you too, Clive. Finding me some salamander skin. I need leather for the bellows and nothing else will withstand the heat. Luckily for us, salamanders feed out in the fields of Carava.
Time for a spot of hunting, then.
Buff, we can't find a fool.
Would you like to see my wares? Certainly. Here you are. Anything else you don't want? I'll take it off your hands. Thanks.
Alright. Now we go hunting.
Fly, Ambrosia.
You deserve a rest. Let's make this quick, shall we? No mistakes. Nice try.
All yours, Torgal. Over here.
Nice try.
Get him.
Too slow.
Smoke tool. Over here. This one. Get him.
There we go.
I did.
Now we head back.
What's this all about then?
Don't know. Any trouble finding the skin?
Nothing I couldn't handle.
There should be plenty. Right then, time to put these louds to work. If everyone pulls their weight, we'll be finished in no time.
Well, I'll be damned. I honestly didn't think it'd work. But it's hot enough, all right. And without a single crystal in sight.
You know what this means, don't you?
I do, yeah. Dravozd is saved.
Sorry about earlier. I take back everything I said. That thing you built us is an honest-to-God's marvel. You've saved our village.
It's Blackthorn you should be thanking. He oversaw the construction.
Give this to him, would you?
What is it?
Pet Cole's cinders. After he left, I spent years trying to eke the most out of our forges. That there was my answer. Chuck it in the fire, and your forge will burn hotter for longer, which will do wonders for your steel. Our secret for yours. Only fair. I've always envied Blackthorn. Since the day I became chief, I spent every spare moment trying to match up to the bastard. No amount of sleepless nights at the anvil will ever bridge that gap, though. He's a genius. Plain and simple. The man Dravozd needed. But he took all his talent and left. Gifted and free. Is it any wonder I hate his guts?
The cinders would mean more coming from you.
I need to forgive him first. And that's not gonna happen.
Well, you know what they say. Oriflamme weren't built in a day and all that. These things take time. Especially when they involve two geezers who hold grudges tighter than their hammers. But what matters is, Blackthorn's got that twinkle back in his eye. And I'd call that a job well done.
So would I.
I reckon he's going to be at it a while yet, though, so why don't you head off without us? I'll see that the old git gets home safe and sound.
See that you both do. I'll save the cinders till then.
All right. It'll be a nice little surprise for him.
Alright.
Gentlemen, I see you both made it home in one piece.
Yeah, well, we didn't want to outstay our welcome. The whole village turned out for a go on the bellows after you left. Everyone except Zoltan, that is. Didn't see hide nor hair of him.
Oh, but that reminds me. I have something for you.
Pico Cinder? How'd you come by this? And you're sure he wanted me to have it?
I'm sure. He didn't say so, but I think he wants to forgive you.
Huh. Imagine that. Yeah. You know I could never leave this place, don't you? Every time you put on mail, you and the curse breakers are trusting me with your lives. There's no greater honor for a smith than that. I'm not about to go crawling back to Zoltan for forgiveness, but I will make good use of his cinder. And if that helps save even a single life, then he'll have my gratitude. What was it you said he called me? Huh? A genius? And he spent sleepless night trying to copy me, did he? Sounds like I better get to work. I've got a reputation to uphold.
It's good to see you back on form, Blackthorn.
I don't know how you pair put up with me sometimes, but I'm grateful all the same. Now, where was I? Oh yeah, about to put Zoltan back in his place.
Ain't got the art to tell him how similar they are. Stubborn bastards.
A little healthy competition should be good for him.
You're not wrong. Still, it's a shame him and Zoltan couldn't let bygones be bygones. No use grumbling about it now, though. Blackthorn's happy. Or as near to happy as he gets. And that's good enough for me.
Alright. Ouroboros recipe.
So what do I owe the honor? What do you want?
You need a stone tongue. We have the orichalcum. We just need the stone tongue, and we'll be able to get that.
And?
Awesome. So, let's go ahead and have her here to Lost Wing to pick up some of those mites. Of course, it would have to be worse after I try to adjust it. Alright. Hopefully that's better. Ish. Do not go out, power. Alright. Here we are.
Rodrigo could have mentioned his spiders would be the size of curls.
This one. Sicker. Stay down. Both.
Nice try.
Over here!
There we go. Alright, let's get back to the hideaway. Get this turned in.